set for hockey here at the ShoWare Center. Blazers will skate left to right as we see them here on Victory Plus. And thanks for tuning in to Radio NL. Puck is down and we're underway. The Blazers have it. And they'll move it ahead. Chip it back into the zone here. Might be an early icing call against the Blazers. It is. I think they were looking for a little bit of a chip by the end of the night. As the Blazers start their season 5 straight against U.S. division opponents. Blazers in their own zone. J.P. Hurlbert had a good weekend, good start to a season. Lost the puck in the corner, now comes in behind the net. Looking for it there is Pekash. Mate Pekash. Going to cycle it back down low. It's picked up by Josh Evans-Chesson. Blazers trying to get their skates moving here in the opening minute of this hockey game. Puck dumped back in the Blazers zone. Edmonstone out to handle it. He will rim it around the far board side, knocked back down in behind the net. Ryan Michael in his own zone, now behind the net. Controlled behind the goal by Coster Dunn. The 20-year-old forward gets it back to the blue line. Shot attempt blocked. Bounces up in the air of his chest and gloves it. Knocks it down. Gets it out near center. Blazers will try to spring Hurlbert. And it's bounced back through center ice. Evis Chesson bumping on the far board side. Coster Dunn after it here with Issa Gurum into the Blazer corner. Now around to the near wall. Picked up and moved ahead slowly. Good pass out of the zone. Worked in there, and now the Blazers cutting in. Here's a chance, trying to center in front was Owen Cooper. He's looking for Hurlbert. That was Cooper Moore, excuse me. And the T-Birds go the other way. Worked that by Matarana into the Blazer territory. Back to pick up. Oh, nasty looking hit there. Joaquin Garris was just hit in a bad spot. He's okay, but he was bumped into the far corner, and a boarding call comes up. And here's an opportunity, a minute 15 in the season, 23% overall. Face-off, Seattle's Tash gets it to Sawyer Mays, and Mays is able to get it back down the ice all the way back inside Blazer territory. A Blazer man advantage was all right against Seattle back in Kamloops, but now they'll get the opportunity here to do it on the road. First road game of the season. Blazers turn one over, nearly gave it up at center, but Nathan Bain was able to recover. Blazers back in their own zone. So Seattle's had a chance to look at the tape this week and try to scout out this Blazer into the roll power play. Hurlbert gains the zone and does so offside with Nathan Bain. So bit of a slow start for the guys here on the road so far. Power play down to a minute 28 on the penalty to Martirana for boarding. Seattle penalty kill, 75% through 3 games. That ranks them nearly in the middle of the pack, 13th out of the 23 teams. Blazers have the puck at center ice. Dropping backwards here is Issa Gurum. Second unit gets a crack at it here, Owen Cooper. Backhands that puck in. Cooper Moore trying to get to it too. Puck on the end wall. Loveson trying to move it. 6 of them here in behind the net on the far boards on the end wall, trying to free up that puck, and eventually it does free up. Blazers quickly move it. Right side. Here's a chance. Back door. Bonkowski was looking for the setup to Owen Cooper, but it's deflected away and now worked back down to the Blazer territory. And racing back there to try and pick it up is Bonkowski in behind his own net. Blazers, though, pick it up. Cooper Moore will drop it off in behind the net. And Issa Gurum out to 4 points here to start really his full second season in the league. Drops this puck off. Quickly moved. Blazers gain the zone. Worked in off his stick. Good pass in the middle. Unable to control it. That was Bonkowski. And now up the ice. Evis Chesson's trying to get back with Anglin. Anglin gets a pass ahead. And it's knocked by Pekash into the corner, into the end boards. The Blazers come up with it. And they'll bring it ahead out of their own zone. 0-0. We are nearly 3 minutes into the first period from the ShoWare Center. Issa Gurum takes it up the ice. He'll drop it off backwards, and J.P. Hurlbert back on the ice. Dodges a check at center. Flips it ahead. Now to Nathan Bain. Bain rims it around back behind the goal. It's rimmed hard, and it'll get all the way around and down the ice. So the first power play here after that tough check that Garris took. Looks like we'll get back to 5-on-5 unscathed. Blazers up the ice here. Nathan Bain. He'll chase it down to the near corner. In behind the net. Bain circles into the middle. Keller! Shot on goal. Good stop by Schlenichka. First real opportunity for either team in this opening period. Puck down low. Lafreniere looking for it. Davidson comes up with it. Lost it. Keller trying to get to it, but it's poked back out to center. And the Blazers' Ryan Michael, he'll go back and collect in his own zone. Michael lifts a pass ahead. Hurlbert couldn't handle it. Work back in behind the Blazer. Here's a shot coming. Edmonstone will make that save on that right wing. He'll hold on. Edmonstone solid to get back more into the routine, the flow. Out comes the Blazers' fourth line for the first time this evening. Domanski will take this face-off for the Blazers. To the left of Edmonstone. Off the draw. Puck tied up. Trying to move it there is Cameron Kuzma. Rimmed around to the near board side. Good stick check on the wall as Logan Lanty tried to make the play. Lanty back onto it, circles in his corner, throws it off the window, bounce to the line, and Creerin will keep it in. He'll play it around to the far board side. Blazers chop at it, trying to get it out off the stick of Asher Ginra, back out to center before it's dumped back in. This is a bit of a big environment for players on this fourth line. Big crowd in the building here this evening. Here's a chance coming from the slot. They score! Yeah, fourth line couldn't get that puck out. And Seattle strikes first, and that's their first goal on Logan Edmonstone. Kind of snuck it along the ice. And I think it was Rudolph's goal. Rudolph had a really strong preseason for Seattle. And Rudolph will get his first of the year here for Seattle, and we're just 4 minutes and 17 seconds into the first period. So it's a bit of a tentative start for the Blazers as they try to almost dip their toe in the water here a little bit to get started. We'll get the call on that goal in a second. It should be Rudolph's. He led the flyby. And the Blazers will bring it up the ice the other way here after facing off at center ice. In there's Thompson. Keller is after it on the near boards. Comes back to the line, but it hopped away from the Blazers' Madden Timchak, and it's going to go all the way back in the Blazers zone. So Blazers, yeah, they have all hands on deck on the blue line. 6D available and all 6 in the lineup. See if it is Rudolph that gets the goal.
Scored by number 17, Brendan Rudolph. Assisted by number 47, Cameron Kuzma. Time of the goal.
And Logan Edmonstone covers up a long shot on goal. And that'll get the whistle here in a face-off back inside Blazer territory. So fourth line on the ice, and we mentioned this is a bit of a tough environment. Right off the face-off, puck will be dumped down the ice into the Seattle zone, no icing. So Slanichka will come out and play it. It's knocked head out to center. Now Seattle, Simon Loveson. He'll chip in that puck. Michael gets back there here with Logan Lanty. They bump into the end boards. Puck freed up. Nathan Bame trying to get to it. Puck in the middle, and the Blazers, Hurlburt looking for it. Seattle stops it at the line. Davidson flips it toward the net. Ryan Michael able to block that away. Sticking with it, set on goal again. Stopped. Coster Dunn let it go. Another shot towards Edmonstone. He'll make that save, and then the gloves come up again, and Seattle's going to take a penalty, I think. Let's see. Referee was pointing. Scrum in behind the Blazer goal after all of this. And I think, I'm not sure both are going or just one. But again, extra shot in there by the Thunderbirds, and look like shot 5-1 on the MJB Lawyer shot clock. So a bit of a tentative start. Maybe as you'd expect here on the road in Seattle. Blazers out of their own zone, drop it off, and they'll take off. Up through center, gaining the zone. Into the middle, there's Lafreniere. He just couldn't quite take that pass and accept it and make the play on it. Puck comes back out to center in front of the Blazer bench, and it's back on the right wing side in the zone. Cooper Moore dropped it off. Lafreniere circles around, dishes off a pass at the line. Gurum a shot. Slanichka will glove it and hold it on a sharp angle. And we'll take a radio timeout. 6 gone. First period, 1-0 Seattle. Raw offensive zone. Left point. That pass attempt by Timchak ends up off a stick back out near center ice. Blazers have to regroup. And Nathan Bame pushes the puck back in his own zone. All the way back. Blazers really young on the back end. Diabald is out here right now. Really a rookie. Played some games last year, just a handful, but this is really his rookie season in the league. And the Blazers bring the puck ahead. JP Hurlburt, head of steam, trying to go coast to coast. Got around one, got around two. Sharp angle, still on the puck, in behind the net. Trying to drop it off here in the near board side, needing some support. And the T-Birds come up with it. Davidson up the ice, slowly through center. Davidson gets it to center. He'll dump that puck in deep. It'll wrap around to the far board side. Blazers have a little bit of room out of their own zone. It's skated up the zone. Second time up the ice here. Issa Gurum got poked off the puck. He's got to get back on the other side. Did so. Got it away from Kuzma. And then Hurlburt doubles back, and he'll make the play. Still 4-on-4 for 35 more seconds. And Hurlburt winds it back up. Nearly got bumped off the puck, and he did. It'll come out to center, though. And Seattle is onto it. Pekash, he'll dish it off. Kuzma enters the zone, and he did so offside. So that will stop play. For the weekend, they will travel to Penticton after tonight's game, and they'll take on the V's. And the V's taking on Portland tonight. We'll see the Blazers host Portland tomorrow night, so a little bit of a little round robin going on, and the V's are up 2-0 on the Winterhawks in the first period there from the South Okanagan Event Center. Here's Martirana cutting and shooting. Glove save by Edmonstone. He'll get the glove on it. He'll make the save. Man here as it's from the point. Ty Riley, a long shot. Comes off the end wall and shot over top of the goal. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Both players out of the penalty box, including Ryan Michael, who bumps his man down. Sharp angle shot. That'll miss the goal and wrap all the way back inside Seattle territory. Goaltender Schlichka waiting for it to come back in the trapezoid. He'll drop it off here to Ty Riley. So Seattle playing a little bit more confidence here on home ice. Hyde Davidson up the left wing. Dumps that puck in, hit a body. Blazers pick it up, they'll try to move it. Keller couldn't move it. It's going to be back to center, dumped back in. Picked up by Madden Timchak. Timchak in his own zone. Passing right in front of his own goal. The Blazers will break out. Up the left wing, Timchak gets the return pass. He cross-ice dumps into the corner. It'll come to Schlichka, and he will elect to cover it. Boy, was almost sort of out of that area where you get away with. There's in the other ALDS series. And it was a good opportunity to see some of the top players sort of play a game amongst themselves. And it's just general admission, so you could kind of sit wherever you wanted within the boundaries of the seats. And yeah, it was a really good day at the ballpark. Blazers losing that puck on the side of the net for a second. Michael trying to move it up the wall. And it's chipped now by Bonkowski. He's onto it. He'll give it up in the middle of the net, the middle of the ice, though. But Seattle couldn't jump on it. Now they do. Worked up the wall. Logan Miller, newly signed, number 26, was working that puck along the blue line. Now it comes back to the near corner boards where a battle ensues. Still in the Blazer territory now. Now in behind the net, Ryan Michael turns for it. Michael finds it and gets it ahead to center. Blazers lost it. They'll get back onto it. They'll force a puck through the middle of the ice. Trying to work that in is Andrew Thompson, but he did so offside. And that fourth line back out with Domanski, Lanty, and Asher Ginra. Grayson Tash for Seattle gets a little chip in, and the Blazers get after here behind their own goal. Joaquin Garris on the near boards. Garris took a hit, got it ahead up the ice. Chipped in by Ginra. It'll come in behind the T-Birds net. Schlichka dropped it off. Puck knocked ahead. And the T-Birds will skate out of their own zone. Here's Carter Kowalik, newly acquired, works in, but he does so offside. More and more unlikely that he'll return. It looks like Chicago wants to try him potentially in the American Hockey League. That's where he is right now. Face off at center. Ty Riley will dump this puck in. It'll come around the near board side. Pekash takes a hard bump on the play. Blazers going to get penalized for that hit. Timchak's going to get a call here. Shot coming towards goaltender Edmonstone. Now it's touched up. So the first time the Blazers really throw a real hard check, Timchak is going to get called for, I believe, a check to the head. 1-0 on the Rudolph goal, and now a power play here for the home team. Off the draw, and it's going to come all the way out, actually, all the way back inside Seattle territory. And Ty Riley is going to give it away. Lafreniere nearly stole the puck, but it's worked back inside Blazer territory. It's J.P. Hurlburt who had that short-handed goal last weekend. Puck played up off the window by Diabald. Trying to get it out, worked on the near board side. Puck battle for it. Ty Riley gets it back blue line. He'll send it far circle into the middle.
Madden Timchak. 2 minutes for Crutch, checking to the head.
Puck down front of the goal and stopped by Edmonstone. It came to him in a quick bang-bang play. He'll make the save down low. He'll hold on. Game, they had that early power play, and that was an opportunity to maybe build some momentum. Face off to the left of Logan Edmonstone. Face-off tied up, and Martirana will help the puck back to the line. Ty Riley skates the line, dishes back Martirana. Shot attempt, good block by Blazer D-man Gurham, excuse me. That'll get up and out of play. Is one here off the face-off. They get the win. They'll bounce into the line, but it's held in by Riley. Loose puck now to the far boards. Stick free. Can Gurham find it? Yes, he can. And Issa Gurham gets it all the way down the ice. Blazers quickly, 3 of them race to the bench for a change. Minute to go in the man advantage. Puck to center, chipped ahead. Coming to the goaltender, it's poked on net, and a penalty coming to the Thunderbirds. Extra poke went in there on Edmonstone, and they're going to get a goalie interference call against the Thunderbirds here. Yeah, the poke put Edmonstone sort of sideways. He was down trying to cover up a puck. Going to be a goaltender interference call, and I'm not sure they have the right player. Yeah, it's going to be Brock Englund. He'll be the one going. Englund to the box. Wall. Owen Cooper trying to keep it in. Instead, it comes out to center. Blazers get it ahead. Evis Chesson takes that pass, gets it ahead. Nice little play here by Cooper Moore. Trying to dance in. Cooper Moore to the goal. A shot. On goal. Stop. Rebound. Bouncing around. Comes to the line. In skates. Trying to keep it alive is Blazers Markel. Markel can. Now he's got to hurry back defensively. And Kuzma made the play initially, but Blazers get it free here, and it's Markel. Markel gets it up the left wing side. Worked in. Evis Chesson got a hit from behind in front of the T-Birds bench. No call. Get the call on the penalty here.
Goalie interference. Time of the penalty, 10:51.
Right,
Seattle.
So fans don't like it. 4-on-4 hockey for 12 more seconds, and the Blazers get a power play. Hurlburt gains the zone, drops it off. Trying to get a return pass. It'll roll around to the far board side. Simon Loveson to the line. Gurram will keep it alive. Gurram's pass, though, will deflect off skates and sticks. And it comes out to center. Nathan Bain will wind it up now. Bain might go for a bit of a skate here. Bain puts on the break, stops into the middle. Holded here by Keller. Keller midpoint, dishing into the middle. Hurlburt back to the line. Blazers end of the roll power play. Babe down low, deflected, side of the goal. Keller had a whack at it, then got spilled. Comes up the wall. Nathan Bain is back to it. Middle of the ice, one-timer, blasted wide. Bounces back to the near board side. Nathan Bain. Bain onto it, looking for options. Back to the midpoint. Good-looking power play now. Gurram shot off his stick. It'll go out of play. Into the netting and then right back onto the doorstep. That'll stop play with 35 seconds to go on the man advantage. And now Ryan Michael will come out here. Be the only change on the power play. Free about things right now. And that is a lot of chatter from the T-Birds with the officials. That was Simon Loveson. Going to the going to the players' box now as he'll get off the ice. Blazers Lafreniere wins a clean draw. Michael in his skates, but found it. Got it now to Nathan Bain. Bain back to Michael midpoint. Dished off now JP Hurlburt. Hurlburt back to Michael. Thought about the shot. Now Nathan Bain. Bain works in. Down low pass off the end boards. Jordan Keller gets a pass to Hurlburt. He tried to thread the needle with Bain. It was just deflected away. Held alive by Michael. Nathan Bain looking for this puck. Michael on his backhand sends it rink wide. One-timer deflected right on goal. Stopped by Slanichka on a little redirect by Keller. Puck is clear down the ice, and that'll pretty much do it for this second Blazer man advantage. They remain down 1-0. Here in the first period, is 7 minutes to play. One more rush up the ice. It's Hurlburt. He will knock that puck into himself. Giving chase, Davidson for the Thunderbirds, trying to get her to head Blazers. Onto it here, Keller emerges with the puck at his own blue line. Backhand pass was looking for Garris. It'll go in behind the Seattle goal instead. Hurlburt throws a good check in behind the net on Tash. And Seattle's able to bring it ahead. Martirana passing ahead to High Davidson. Davidson will lead the charge. Puck into the middle of the ice. Here's a chance. Shot wide. Nice opportunity for the Thunderbirds off the rush. They'll keep the play alive in the Blazer territory. Now Issa Gurram makes the play. He'll drop it off in behind his own net. Work back here behind the goal. Passing quickly up the wall. Work by Bonkowski back in the Seattle zone. Riley. He'll get it rink wide. Work back through center. Chipped into the Blazer zone. As back there to pick it up, Timchak. He'll rim it around. Onto the end boards. Took a bump. Chip back in the Blazer territory. Timchak drops it back off. Fans just hoping that their Thunderbirds can finish checks in behind the net. They're anticipating it. Puck on the near boards. Back out to center. Thompson could make the play on it. The other way. Working it in for the Thunderbirds. Now, here's a shot coming. Stopped by Edmund Stone. It's still loose. Poke just wide of the goal. Bit of a flurry here for the Thunderbirds after killing off that penalty. Here's a shot by Rudolph. That was deflected away. Blazers in their own zone. They'll get it ahead. They'll poke it back out to center. And the Blazers get a much-needed line change. Quickly advance to Kuzma. Kuzma on the right wing trying to work his way in. Kuzma to the middle. Gave it away. In fact, it'll go out to center. Nearly too many men on the ice for the Thunderbirds who are trying to get their fourth line on the ice. Chipped into the Blazer territory. Puck to pick up here. Michael and Markel in behind the Blazer goal. Work back on the near board side. Chipped up through center. Back in the Seattle zone. Vanek Popple pressured by the Blazers on the forecheck. Ginra will help get it free in the Seattle far corner. Ginra trying to work it back to the blue line. Instead, it'll be fished back for Joaquin Garris, and the Blazers' 16-year-old D will go back in behind his own net and get her to head. Puck flipped up the wall here. Creeran will kick it back to center ice. Under 5 to go here in this opening period. Puck neutral ice. Seattle doubles back. Backhanded by Coster Dunn, hit a body. Comes back to the blue line to Grayson Tash. It's ahead. Now back in the Blazer zone. Garris trying to go back and pick up that puck. Got spilled. Good body contact in the corner as the puck comes to the line. Not out. Lafreniere was able to throw a hit in the corner that's freed up the puck for a second. Spun toward the net and wide. On the near boards. Hy Davidson keeps it alive. That shot attempt blocked. Broke his stick. And the Blazers able to get it out the center. They'll flip it up to the wall. Knocked back down Sawyer Mays. Had his pocket picked, and it's worked back in the zone here by the Blazers' Owen Cooper. Into the corner. Sent back to center. Seattle trying to skate with it here. Sawyer Mays, Salmon Arm native. Works that way in. Dishes off a puck. Puck in behind the Blazer goal here. Pekash for Seattle is onto it here. 1-0 Seattle leads in front. Finding the blue line. Shot. Blocked in front of the net. Side of the goal. They score. Now momentum for the Thunderbirds in Blazer territory, and eventually it's poked home. And Seattle doubles their lead to 2-0. Here with 3:48 to go in the period. I think it was Pekash here. A lot of the action's been on my broadcast left, way back in Blazer territory. Hard to pick up numbers. There was a couple opportunities, but Pekash was the one. That's going to make it 2-0 Thunderbirds. Big cheer on that side of the ice. A lot of play on that side of the rink here so far. So Blazers here again, just a little bit chasing the game right now. Outshot 13-5 on the MJB Lawyers shot clock. Get the call on the goal, but it should be Matej Pekash, the Czech native. First of the season after 4 assists. He had 4 assists opening night, and the Blazers kept him off the board on home ice. Here's another sharp angle shot. That was kicked away by Edmonstone on the side of the net. Seattle feeling a little bit of momentum and some vibes here in this first period. Puck to center on the right wing. Dropped off. Martirana works his way in. Sharp angle shot stopped. Blazers having trouble finding that puck in space. And then another hit and a penalty coming to the Thunderbirds here. Spilled on the play was Nathan Bame. He's up. He was hit from behind. Michael has it. There's a delayed penalty coming. Blazers up the ice here.
First goal of the season. Scored by number 88.
Blazers off the rush to the middle. Here's a chance. Right on goal. Stop. Rebound. Loose. It's in behind the goal, but now touched up by the Thunderbirds. Holberton and Keller get the gloves up here a little bit behind the net. So Nathan Bame took the hit and draws the penalty. Out of the radio timeout, the Blazers will be on the man advantage, but they're down 2-0. Win it. It's in behind the net, and Martirana is able to get it all the way down the ice. So Blazers have not started well on their power play opportunities.
6. Seattle Loveson, 2 for charging at 17:06.
Okay, so they call it charging. Here come the Blazers up the ice. Michael takes a hook, but gains the zone, but offside with Hurlburt. Weak, I would think. But there's always a response in this league. That's how it works, and the Blazers will be the team that has to find a response now in this one. They'll wind it up. Passing to the middle. A little bit out of sequence here in the man advantage. They will gain the zone, but losing the puck was Lafreniere. It'll work back in the Blazers zone. Seattle quick change. And it's Ryan Michael out of his own zone. He'll drop it backwards to Hurlburt. Hurlburt quickly moving that puck. Blazers a little bit out of sequence. Lafreniere to Bame. Bame gets it back to Lafreniere. He'll drop it off. Keller's on this puck. Feeds the middle. Michael drive on goal. Stopped by Slanichka. He saw it all the way. Got a glove onto it. He'll hold on. First couple of starts for in that one. But that time no rebound. Made the save. Held onto it. Gets the face-off now to his left. Off the drop. Puck tied up on the near board side. Backhanded behind the net. And there's all sorts of Seattle support. And they'll dump it down the ice as it goes off the stick all the way down to Sawyer Mays. Blazers out of their own zone. They'll pick it up. They'll drop it off. Get it ahead to center. Carried inside the zone. Hurlburt now in tight here. Keller. Keller now to Nathan Bame. Bame. Saucer pass in traffic. Has to control this puck. Just got it back to Lafreniere. Lafreniere down low. Has a man. Try to go give and go. But pass it to the skates. Nathan Bame got it back. He'll rip it all the way around. Hurlburt has to hustle. Can't get there. It'll leave the zone. Nathan Bame sort of threw that back against the grain. Here's Ryan Michael. Quickly back to set it up on his own blue line. Just 22 to go in this power play. Blazers their third crack at it here. Hasn't had a real solid look. Now Lafreniere trying to skate the zone. Puck chipped on the wall. Keller looking for it in traffic. Finds a little bit of space for it here. Keller dishing. Nathan Babe works in. Rink wide pass in the middle. Crossbar. That hit the bar. Send it back in front of the net. And taking a stab at it was Lafreniere. He couldn't make contact. Blazers Babe. He's still onto it. Dancing. Holding. Got stick checked. Couple of good opportunities for the Blazers. Now Seattle the other way. Here comes Loveson. Controls in front. Cleared off the doorstep. We go back and forth. Shot coming. Edmonstone the save. Loose puck into the corner. Oh, good opportunity. There's a shot on net. Sharp angle. Stop. Puck kick back out to center. Blazers back on it, trying to spring a lead pass. Onside. Is he Hurlbert? No. Just offside. Yeah, it looked like it. A little bit of a late whistle. Oh, Blazers hit the crossbar. Their best opportunity. Blazers win the draw in their own zone. Knocked back in behind the net. Quickly played up the wall out to center. It'll chip off a body down the ice. Is this an icing call? It will be an icing call with just 17 seconds on the clock. Off the draw. Picked up. Davidson keeps it alive at the line. Slapped it back in the corner. Evis Chesson trying to get to it on the far board side. Puck knocked free. Blazers just happy to get this puck out if they can. They will. They'll spin it up the center. Cooper Moore looking for it. And that'll do it for the period. Evis Chesson a hit at the horn, and that draws every Seattle player on the ice, and then the gloves come up, and there's a punch in the face every single time. Puck sent in behind the Seattle goal. Rim back in behind the net. Trying to find a little bit of room and move it is T-Birds up the side. Rudolph knocked it into the Blazer zone all the way back. It dropped off here by Markell. Markell gets it to Ryan Michael. Michael caught up here. He'll reverse it back to Markell, but it hit the back of the net, so Markell will try to reverse it back to Ryan Michael as the Blazers defenseman play catch. Now a pass out to center ice. Knocked away. Martirana and the Thunderbirds back on. They'll send it in behind the Blazer net. And Michael will drop it off here behind the goal. Brought up the ice now, flipped high in the air, but that's going to be an icing call. There's not a lot of room here for the Blazers to skate. They're going to wave off icing, though. As after it here, Cooper Moore, Owen Cooper, and company. Seattle a bit of room up this right side. Finding a step. Loveson in, but Gurram tripped him up, and that's an easy call to make. Gurram got the stick down and tripped up the speedy Simon Loveson. These guys here to take in. They got Diebold and Garris now defending as the T-Birds go to the power play. They go with the puck here too. Martirana shooting, hit a body in front. Loose puck. England gets it back. Middle of the ice, Ty Riley. Riley holds, rink wide pass into the corner to England. There's an injured T-Bird. There's a one-timer on goal. Martirana blasted it. Coster Dunn hit a blocked a shot, went right to the bench. Puck's in front of the Blazer net. Diebold plays it out of trouble, and Evis Chesson gets it all the way down the ice. So Coster Dunn, the 20-year-old, was in front of the Thunderbird or the Blazer goal, and that shot came and hit him in the ankle area, and he had to get to the bench. Thunderbirds out of their own zone. Now on the nearboard side, stepping around a man. Here's a pass in front. Good stick, though, by Owen Cooper to break that up. Puck back on the near boards. Played on the wall by Keller. Keller will free it up, and now Jordan Keller will lift it and get it all the way back down the ice. 1:05 to go on this penalty kill for Notre Dame Tire. Time it takes to kill this penalty could have changed your tires. Notre Dame Tire, a Notre Dame drive. Not quite winter tire season yet, but we're getting closer. Puck chipped into the Blazer zone. Joaquin Garris turns it after. It's going to be icing against the Thunderbirds while they're on the power play. Tougher environment. It's probably the biggest crowd many of these players have played in front of in a hostile environment, and that plays a factor with this age group, you would think. Seattle out of their own zone. Loveson who drew that penalty, trying to get the stride going, gains the zone, dropped it off at the line. Grayson Tash, rink wide back to Davidson. Back to Grayson Tash. He's on it. Works it back in the corner here to Kuzma. Kuzma off the wall. Diebold defending against him. Puck to the line. Just held in. Work back into the corner. Garris looking for it with Diebold trying to stick it free. Comes up the wall. Now in behind the net. Sawyer Mays hustling to it. Mays frees himself up. Got it back to the line. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Grayson Tash looks for a lane. He shoots, and it was deflected in front. Slowed down on that shot attempt. Sawyer Mays kind of deadened the puck. Mays is back on it. Gets it to the side of the net. In front. And a redirect by Joaquin Garris to break up that pass attempt. The Blazers are back to full strength. Bonkowski gets it ahead. Here come the Blazers up the ice. Working in. Lafreniere drops it off. Another penalty to the Blazers coming. Blazers put the puck in the net. And That was after it was touched for the delayed penalty. We got another one of these. I'm going to call it a tripping call. Boy, oh boy, here. Our power play's even close to being even in this game. We're going to be evened up now. Gurham just got out of the penalty box. He's going to go right back here. Gurham jumped into the rush, and I saw a T-Bird player go down. More of an interference call, but they call it a trip, and the Blazers actually scored off the rush, but the play had ended, and it goes right back to work. Is Coster done out there? He's not. Sharp angle. Englund had a chance to one time but missed the opportunity. Blazers Hurlburt, he has it. Short-handed, tried to spring at his chest, and it was there for a second. Instead, he'll curl back in his own corner and set it behind his own net to the captain, Ryan Michael. Michael ahead to center, and Evis Chesson will knock that puck back into the Seattle zone. So the Blazers here try to come back from being down 2-0, but having to kill back-to-back minor penalties to start this second period. Now it's almost turned over, and Hurlburt nearly got to that one. T-Bird's got away with it, though. Getting the zone. Pekash dropped it off. Gets it back to Martirana. Martirana knocked off the puck. Here's Nathan Bame up the ice with Hurlburt. Bame stumbled, lost the puck at center. Bame trying to find it in traffic, and does. He'll set it back to Garris. Blazers good kill here. Diabald and Garris playing catch. And now Garris will slow it down. No real pressure. Gets it to Nathan Bame, who takes a peek. It sends it all the way back in the Seattle corner. Power played out of 55 seconds. Notre Dame Tire penalty kill. Puck to center. Chipped into the Blazer zone. Wide of the net. Edmonstone sticked it free to Markell, and Markell is able to send it all the way down. So young Evan Markell getting some penalty kill time here for the Blazers right now with Ryan Michael. Seattle out of their own zone. On that right wing, looking for Sawyer Mays. It's chipped in behind the net. Edmonstone slowed the puck down but couldn't control. It's in behind the Blazer net. Now fed back to the blue line. A little bit of room here for Davidson. Davidson back to Grayson Tash. Tash into the corner. Gets it here for Kuzma. Sharp angle shot, and Edmonstone says, yeah, I'll just snag that. And he does. He'll freeze it up. He'll hold on. Going to be the Seattle player Kuzma waved out, I believe, yes. Colton Giroux in to take the draw. Keller on the draw, can't win it. Grayson Tash has it at the left point. Dishes back Sawyer Mays. Mays tail end of this power play. Sends it back to the point. Looking for a lane is Davidson. Now a long shot, another easy save. Edmonstone gloving and holding. He'll just stop the play again. Down penalty. Blazers 3-0 for the first time since 2022. Trying to keep that going, but they got to dig themselves up. Blazers win the draw. Diabald try to advance this puck. Keller is after it. And in behind the net now, Garris wearing Emmett Finney's number 9. Emmett Finney on the doorstep of making the Detroit Red Wings. More on that in a second. Here's Garris. Lead pass now. Durham out of the box. Sends a long shot wide of the net. Bounces up the wall for Jordan Keller. Keller looking for it. Comes away with it. Back to the blue line. Timchak sends it down low. Bouncing around. Keller got interfered with in the corner. And referees puts the arm away this time. Dumped all the way down the ice by the Thunderbirds. That'll be an icing call all the way down. So another icing call. Pittsburgh got down early in that game. Came back and won it. Blazers off the draw. Diabald sends it into the corner to the near board side. Davidson for the Thunderbirds in his own zone. Advances the puck. Blazers need a bit of a spark here. Now it's turned over. Here's maybe a chance for Ginra. Ginra cutting in to the goal. And where is it? Did that go in? Let's see. Referee waving his arm saying no goal. And now other Seattle players involved. Kuzma trying to get it. Is that Ginra? Trying to get a number down there. Yeah, it is. Ginra. We're going to see penalties. But it looked like Ginra was going to score a goal. And I think Kuzma just took a minor penalty out of all of this. Radio timeout will sort of we come back. Seattle wins another draw to start the special teams. Rimmed around, held at the line though by Michael. Michael got the puck on the wall.
6:02. Seattle.
Michael dishes off. It's JP. Hurlburt pressured. Michael midpoint dishes back again. Waiting on it. Shooting just wide. And that puck, that shot missed by Bame will slap Arama all the way back inside Blazer territory. And Michael will have to go back and pick it up. Blazers out of their own zone. Broad ahead, gaining up this zone into the Seattle territory. Hurlburt after it here on the near board side. 2-0 by the Thunderbirds here in the wall. Michael trying to keep it alive. Blazers converge on it. Lafreniere trying to get to it. Michael will control it. Blazers dig it out of the pile. Dished off. Beam shooting. Steered away by Slanichka. Comes back to Michael again. Michael dishes off. Here's Bame. Middle one-timer. Sent wide by Hurlburt. Blasted it wide on the nifty setup. Michael gets it back. Back to Bame. Bame down low. Pass it in the middle. Nobody home. And held in though. Michael dishes back. Here's a chance. Bame shooting. Ripped it wide. And picked up by Hurlburt. JP goes for a skate to the middle. Holds it, dishes. In front of the net, gloved to the nearboard side. Blazers keep it alive. 41 to go in the man advantage. Lafreniere spins it back on the wall here to Michael. Michael dishes off. Beam. Down low deflection. Scores! Keller, side of the net. Little slap pass by Nathan Bame. He slapped it to Keller. And he slap-a-ramas at home, and it's a 2-1 lead now for the Thunderbirds. And the Blazers finally cash in on the man advantage here in the second period. They cut it to 2-1. Nice play by Nathan Bame to find who else. Only last year's leader in the WHL in power play goals. Goal comes at 7:29. Bame will get one assist. We'll await the other. And for Jordan Keller, he has his second goal of the season. Big goal. The Blazers have turned the momentum around after that double minor penalty kill early in this period.
It's his second goal of the season, scored by number 22, Jordan Keller. Assisted by number 29, Nathan Bame. And by number 12, Ryan Michael. A power play goal scored at 7:29.
All right,
Blazers. Keller.
Garrison his zone rims it back around the nearboard side. Picked up by Gurham. Gurham sends it rink wide back inside the zone. So one of those extra shots after the end of now the Blazers are going to take a penalty, but maybe not here because Vanek Popoulas jumps one of the Blazers in the corner after hitting to the end boards. Everybody pairing up here. This is what Seattle wants to happen. We got Gurham tied up. I think the linesman between a couple of them. England pushing in front of the corner here. Linesman Wedmore trying to get between a couple. Sawyer Mays, I think, was the one that took a hit. And there was a penalty coming. But then one of the Thunderbirds just cruised in there, and that was Vanek Popple, as we mentioned. And Popple is going to maybe even things up here when all is said and done. We'll see. They put up on the board. Simon Loveson and Ryan Michael are, well, just wait. They're gonna, I think they might toss out Evis Chesson. He might get a major here. Wow. Josh Evis Chesson is going to be kicked out of this hockey game. That is a bit of a light major penalty in this one. So Evis Chesson's night is over. Blazers down to 11 forwards. Their penalty kill's been good. It's been a strength of their season so far, but Evis Chesson taking the major penalty. Popple to minor, so 4-on-4, we're back underway. Seattle's Riley out of his own zone of center. That pass nearly intercepted by Bame. It's swatted into the Blazer corner. Timchak is after it on the wall. Down low, Martirana is to it.
On number 23, Josh Evichesson, a 5-minute major for checking from behind in a game misconduct.
Wow.
Seattle penalty on number 6, Vanek Popple, 2 minutes for roughing.
Blazers Hurlburt cuts to the goal, shooting! Stop, rebound! Scores! JP does it again. Picks up his own rebound. Slaps it home. We're tied at 2. Hurlburt just keeps scoring. That time he picked up a puck top circle. He had a free path to the net. Slanichka made the first save, but JP, like he does, he finds his own rebounds on opportunities, and yeah, just battered out of midair. Kid knows how to score from Allen, Texas. We're tied at 2. And Hurlburt has his 7th already of the season. Wow. 10th point as well. Entered tonight tied for the league lead in points with Rowan Woodward. And the Blazers go back-to-back. We'll get the call on that Hurlburt goal. It's likely going to be unassisted. It comes 4-on-4. Hurlburt scored short-handed. Here comes Garris cutting to the net, but that was knocked away. And now the T-Birds up through center. Flip it into the Blazer zone. I want to see if Coster Dunn is back out there, and he is. He gets the cross-check into Gurham. He was shaken up earlier on a power play.
It's his 7th goal of the season, scored by number 2, JP Hurlburt. Unassisted. Time of the goal.
What a stop by Edmundstone. He got the pad on a Loveson opportunity on the pass from Coster Dunn. Two defenders went to Loveson, and that pass rink wide, and that's Edmonstone's best save here of the hockey game so far. 4-on-4, lots of opportunity, and the Blazers force a turnover. Lafreniere tied up on the puck in front, centered. Slanichka makes the save on Keller, and the Blazers nearly scoring back-to-back-to-back to take the lead in this game. Midway point now, still 4-on-4 hockey for another 28 seconds, pucked up into the Blazer zone. Remember, in 28 seconds, the Blazers will kill off 3 minutes of a major power play. And a little bit of room here for Markell to make a play on it with Michael. Markell will play it up the left wing side, get it out to center. And puck dumped in. Off a stick in behind the net. 2-2 game now. Owen Cooper forces a turnover. Blazers send it back to Gurham. Gurham and Diabald take it all the way back in their own zone. Now Seattle's on the power play as Popple's out of the box. He'll stay on for now. Blazers back on the Notre Dame Tire penalty kill. Time it takes to kill this penalty. Could have changed your tires. Notre Dame Drive is the place to be. Best service selection and price. T-Birds on the puck in behind their own net. They're waiting to try and break out. We're in a 2-2 game. T-Birds Martirana, good speed, cuts in to the goal, backhand, scores. Martirana caught the Blazers a bit flat-footed. And it's a power play goal. Seattle, they get their lead right back after that unfortunate major penalty against. Martirana had good speed. He gained the zone and sort of was able to get that backhand free pass to the goal, and he was just able to talk it in, and the Blazers, Diabald and Gurham kind of a little flat-footed there. Well, Seattle has their lead back after the Blazers fought back to tie this game up. Martirana's second of the season. It's going to come at 10:22 of the period, and Seattle has their lead back. It's 3-2. Blazers still killing here, too, for another. Well, they took the penalty off the board, and they shouldn't have done that. This is a major power play, so Seattle still in the man advantage. Pekash gains the zone, but fell, lost the puck, goes all the way down the ice. Blazers able to clear.
Antonio Martirana!
Still 2:13 to go in this major power play. Blazers force a turnover, shot on goal. Lafreniere was stopped point blank range. Got to get back on the kill now. Another way, Coster Dunn gains into the middle. Now Pekash, rink wide pass, down low, deflected, stopped. Coster Dunn after this puck, tied up behind the net. Ryan Michael, four of them over here. Martirana to the goal, backhand, stopped by Edmonstone. Blazers chip it ahead, can they take advantage of this? Markell takes off with Keller. Keller takes the pass, trying to cut in, shooting, just missed it high on the glove side. All over the ice here, both ways. T-Birds still in the power play. Minute and a half to go. They'll gain the zone to slow it down. Send to the middle of the ice. Now to the corner. England in front, looking for a redirect. Nobody there. Blazers Lafreniere. Long penalty kill shift for him. He'll get it to Owen Cooper. Owen Cooper tried to take off. He was stick checked. Thunderbirds the other way. Getting the zone. Kuzma to the middle. Stepped around one. Draws another penalty here again. It's going to the Blazers. Wow. Gurham is going to go back to the box. Isa's third penalty here of this period. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage for the Thunderbirds for a minute 14, and I wonder if they use their timeout right here. Oh, Blazers will defend this penalty kill, 5-on-3 with Keller, with Michael. And is that Markell out there too? It is. Markell and Michael. And Keller trying to win a faceoff. It does. And Ryan Michael ties up to the end boards, trying to free it up. He gets hauled down. Seattle's Coster Dunn gets it blue line. Pekash 5-on-3. Pekash gets it back. Back to Riley. Back to Pekash. They play catch. No seam yet. Martirana back to the middle. One timer. Blasted. Hit a body in front. That hit Markell, I think. He looked shaken up. He'll stay. Coster Dunn to the side of the net. Back door. Puck into the corner. Back to the near boards. Back to Ty Riley. Riley works the zone. Back to Pekash. It shoots and scores. Not much you can do. 5-on-3. And the Seattle Thunderbirds restore their lead back to 2 goals like it was to start this period. And the Blazers, they had a chance to win that draw. Couldn't convert. And let's see what they do here with the penalty situations. They're going to take off the penalty to Gurham. And They'll continue with the Evis Chesson major penalty for 43 more seconds. Seattle able to just control that puck, and Blazers never got it outside the zone, and Pekash has his second of the hockey game. Power play goal. Goals coming fast and furious. We've had 4 in this period already. Still a power play for the Thunderbirds for another 40 seconds. Blazers have killed a penalty seemingly all period long here. Still 7.5 minutes to go in this game. Kuzma on the puck. Gets it back to the line. Tash dishes. Davidson, one-timer shot and wide. Off the end wall. Picked up by Simon Loveson. Loveson picks it up. Blazers just trying to get back to even strength. Left point. Looking for a lane as Tash dishes off. One-timer. Good shot block by Garris. Out of the penalty box here. Serving that penalty was the Blazers defender in front. Loose puck. Stop. Puck still jamming around. Loose. Shovel just wide. Now the whistle sounds. Garris was down. Sawyer Mays was in there trying to make a play on it. And after all this, the Blazers get out of Dodge. Finally back to even strength. Into a radio timeout with 6:56 to go here in this second period. Special teams dominating. One was a 5-on-3, another one on a major power play. And it's just a lot for this young team here to take on when it comes to special teams. Puck dumped down the wave off icing in the Seattle zone. Now some players that haven't played a heck of a lot getting out there. All the special teams, fourth line here, Demansky, Lanty, and Zinrov not played a lot in this period. Puck chipped into the Blazer corner here. Markell and Michael out there. Markell trying to fight it forward. Chipped ahead to center. Work back along the wall. Loose puck. Chopped away at. Work back in the Seattle zone. Worked up the wall. Chipped up. Look out into the crowd. That'll stop play about your podcasts. Shots 22-17 Seattle on the MJB Lawyer shot clock. The Blazers fought back to tie this game, and they were nearly even in the shot clock, too. Now they're down by 2 again. I think they're owed a couple of power plays here. Thompson, Bonkowski. They're going to get some ice here, too. Didn't see a lot of them during special teams opportunities. Blazers force a turnover. Bonkowski should be fresh with Thompson. They gain the zone. Shot off his stick. It'll bounce high into the corner on the near board side. Comes free on the wall. Bonkowski looking for it. Freed up behind the net. And Thunderbirds get it out to center. Dumped in by Tash. Comes off the end boards. We got a fight here coming up. We got Timchak dropping the gloves. Throwing big right hands. Timchak doing a pretty good job in there. Uppercuts. Now, boy, they're throwing him here. With Holberton. They keep on chucking here. Good battle. Good fight. Timchak still getting after it here. These two wrestle to the wall. Along the glass. Linesman step in. How about Matt and Timchak? Yeah, he could chuck him from the mean streets of Winnipeg. Timchak and Holberton trying to get the crowd going a little bit. That's what these fans are for. Most of them anyways. And they'll go to the box for 5 minutes. Boy, those two look like they were going to drop the gloves in Kamloops. And the linesman broke it up before it could get going. So Timchak will cool for 5 minutes along with Holberton. What a scrap. I think we're going to call that right now. Timchak, our tough play of the game for Lapper Security. They're tough on protecting your property. And Matt and Timchak, tough here. Our tough play of the game for Lapper Security. Kudos to Matt and Timchak. Blazers in their own zone. Keller will knock it back out to center. And it's flipped up high in the air. Diabal trying to make a play on it. Blazers not out of this. He can strike in a hurry, but they're down by 2 now. Sawyer Mays behind the Blazer net. Garris there to cut him off. Puck to the right of Edmonstone. Backhand pass back into skates. Lafreniere trying to get to it. Chips it ahead. Cooper Moore Cooper Moore couldn't make it. Now he made the play in the second effort. Got it to Lafreniere. Lafreniere trying to drive wide. Lafreniere in shooting stuff. Rebound. It's loose. Stays out in front of that Seattle goal. Thunderbirds up the ice the other way. They'll dump it down. And there's going to be an icing call against the Thunderbirds with 5 to play in the second.
17. Kamloops, Timchak. Seattle, Holberton, 5 minutes each for fighting at 14-17.
The Seattle goaltender. We saw that last weekend too. So Blazers Down 4-2, but still plenty of time in this period. There's a shot coming wide by Bame. He let it go right off the faceoff dot. Puck held alive on the near board side. Here comes Hurlbert with Bame. And now Demansky. This is where we have seen Evis Chesson, but he's off the rest of the night after that major penalty. Puck comes out to center. Work back in and outside the zone, so another icing call. I mean, off their first win, they actually went down to Everett and beat the Silvertips in that one in overtime. Off the face-off. Stick got up and looked like it clipped Nathan Bame. They say play on. Loveson tied up by Durham on the far boards. Hurlbert's after it. Frees it up here for Joaquin Garris. Garris in his own zone. Sends a pass off a stick. Trying to lift that stick was Bame. Trying to free it up, but Loveson back on it for the Thunderbirds. Puck into the corner. Bame leans on Loveson. Garris in the corner. Puck freed up by Coster Dunn. Seattle looking like a team that has lost the first two and needs to try and salvage this three-game set. They played with a little bit more pace and energy. Puck chipped to the Blazer line. Garris is to it. Garris will get her ahead. Demansky trying to chip that in with Hurlbert. And they'll say play on. Looked like it might have been offside. Demansky gets it back. Feeds the line to Garris. Garris dishes off. Works it back. Down low. Puck on the far board. Tied up. After it on the wall. Puck behind the net. Hurlbert looking for it. T-Bird's back to it. Hurlbert gave his man a little bump. Tripped him up a little bit. Puck comes up the wall. This period has just been all about the power play. 4-minute advantages and a major advantage. The Blazers have been killing a lot of the period, but yet have a power play goal. They trail 4-2 with 3:10 to go in the second frame. Long night here in Seattle. These games always go a little bit later. Diabald will chip the puck out to center. Gets it up the wing, and then looked like an interference. Yeah, that's going to be called as Lanty was hit away from the puck. And the Blazers are going to go in the power play. I think it's Larocque who will take the penalty. Fourth line out here for the Thunderbirds. Now the Blazers get another crack. They bench the Blazers here. Can get things going on the man advantage. Lafreniere wins the draw and gets it back to Michael. He'll feed JP Hurlbert. Hurlbert in the middle. Onto it. Holds it. Drops it back. Now waiting. Shooting. Blocked in front. Comes to Lafreniere. Lafreniere top circle, feeds Michael. Thought about the one-timer. He'll get it back. It's Nathan Bame. Right side shooting. Blocked again. Bame trying to get a stick on it. Poke it ahead. Comes free. Lafreniere. Hurlbert just couldn't quite find that footing for that shot that came into his skates on the pass. Bame down low again. Back in front. Loose puck. Back to Bame. He'll take it on the half wall. Minute 28 to go on the man advantage. Back to Ryan Michael. Michael feeds JP Hurlbert. Hurlbert finds a little bit of room. Middle of the ice. He'll shoot. It's blocked by Loveson and clear down the ice. The Blazers throw that puck around pretty well, but just can't get that shot through. That unit will stay on the ice here as Ryan Michael picks it up. He'll skate through center. Dish off. Saucer to the middle, and Hurlbert will pick it up on the blue line now. Halfway through this end of the roll power play. Blazers down 4-2. Here's Keller. Keller gains. Lafreniere on the nearboard side. Lafreniere pulls it for a shot. Sharp angle shot stopped by Slanichka. Blazers get it back to the middle of the ice again. Control here, Lafreniere. Now to Bame. Bame saucers Michael midpoint. Back Hurlbert. Thought about the one-timer, no shot. Now he lets it go. Blocked. Came right to Bame. Midpoint Michael. His shot. Where is it? In the glove of Slanichka. He found it at eye level and holds on with 38 to go in the man advantage. And the night 23% on the power play. Out comes Thompson. Cooper Moore as well. And he's Segurum, and that faceoff comes to him. One-timer just wide on the shot from Bonkowski at the point. Almost had a little redirect. He'll try again. Fanned on the opportunity to the near corner. He'll pick it up. Play that puck here to Owen Cooper. It comes free and lifted into the bench of the Blazers. That will stop play and keep the faceoff deep in the Seattle zone. Still 20 seconds to go on this power play for the Blazers here. Trying to get one more opportunity. Durham and Bonkowski at the point. Off the draw, puck tied up, and Popple has it. He'll get it for Loveson. Loveson fanned on an opportunity. Nice stick lift by Bonkowski. Gets it back to the line. Segurum down low pass. In the middle, shooting! Loose puck behind the net. Picked up on the wall. Drop back off. Centered in front. Held in at the line by Cooper Moore. Moore, rink wide pass. Bonkowski, power plays over. Final minute of the second period. Blazers dig a puck free. Garris comes onto the ice. Rammed around to the farboard side. And this is going to be stick handled out to center ice, dumped back in. So Seattle maintains their 2-goal lead in this special teams frenzy in this hockey game. Issa-Gurum behind his net, sends a lead pass out to center. Knocked in deep by Thompson. Timchak and Holberton should be getting out of the box soon. The Blazers have been rolling with 5D. During that, the Fighting Majors put up, coincidental. 20 seconds to go. Puck chip behind the Seattle goal. Play it ahead up to center. Brought in here by Tash. He'll play that puck into the corner down to 10 seconds to go. Garris trying to defend. Comes up side of the net. Kuzma sent a sharp angle shot off the side of the goal frame, and now a puck will be sent all the way back inside Seattle territory. That'll do it for the period. Blazers scored twice. They tie it up. But then Seattle responds with back-to-back power play goals just a minute and 52 seconds apart. And they'll have the 2-goal lead of the third period, but this game is far from over. His coaching staffs haven't really had a good chance to get to their bench. Nice play by Nathan Bame off the opening faceoff. He stripped the puck, sends a weak shot on goal. Steered away by Slanichka, who gave up 6 against the Blazers last Saturday night. Here comes Pekash. He's had a good game but lost the puck. Blazers back on it, Nathan Bame. Bame now moving up the lineup on Kowski. Hurlburt. No Evis Chesson, remember, a major penalty and a game misconduct. I don't think we'll see anything more than extra discipline than the major that was assessed. I mean, I was surprised it was called a major penalty, and Evis Chesson left the hockey game. Blazers Edmund Stone, goalie, will handle it in behind his own net. He'll give way to Gurum. And the Blazers will look to break out of their own zone. Stumbling here is Michael, but still got the puck ahead to Cooper Moore. Now a stretch pass ahead. It's Hurlburt trying to cut in. Hurlburt to the goal. Backhand shot. What a stop on Keller on the pass. Hurlburt set up Keller. And Slanichka, his biggest save of the hockey game. T-Birds go the other way. A shot on goal. Rebound. And Edmondstone kicked that away. Here come the Blazers right back to the races again. Lead pass on the right wing side. Lafreniere waiting for a little bit of help. Puts on the brakes. Stops. Delays. Drops off the puck on the near wall. Comes back to the line here to Joaquin Garris. Garris, weak shot toward the net, never got through. And then Garris stumbled, and somehow Pekash is in behind the D, but he's cut off on the play. Good play by Madden Timchak, who was involved in a scrap earlier in this hockey game. Did pretty good in that one, too. Blazers stretch it ahead. It's Timchak again. His shot right on goal. Big rebound! Moore tried to batter it out of midair, but couldn't make contact on the bunt signal. Other way goes Kuzma. Kuzma cutting in left wing. His shot scores! Short side or far side. Kuzma slides one under Edmondstone. And Seattle's going to go up 5-2. We go back and forth here to start the frame. A little bit of a shinny game breaking out. Seattle makes it 5-2. Have to get a look at that one again. Down that wing, and just a shot from the circle, and looked like Edmondstone maybe didn't have the best angle on it. Kind of was maybe hugging the right side of his crease, and that puck just kind of fooled him. And it's going to be a 3-goal lead for Seattle. That's their biggest lead of the hockey game, and we got an icing call right off this opening face-off. So, yeah, I think that's one that Eddie might want back just based on his positioning. It's going to be Kuzma.
Scored by number 47, Cameron Kuzma. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 150. Seattle Kuzma.
So now it's bigger hill to climb for sure for this team on the road. Puck chipped into the Blazers zone. Michael makes some contact, frees it up. Lanty tried to take off, but couldn't get going. Had his stick lifted. It's sent back into Blazer territory. Ryan Michael back after contact behind the net. Advanced up the wall. Lead pass ahead. Here's Logan Lanty. Lanty chips that puck in, and the play goes offside at the line. Fourth line started with Lanty on the right side. Domanski centering Ginra on the left side, but because of down to 11 forwards, we're seeing some line juggling for sure. Bonkowski, Hurlburt, and Lafreniere now take a shift together. Hurlbert, good check, shot on goal, long range, and Shalanichka just kicked out the right pad to make a save. Comes to center, poked free. Lafreniere up the left side. For so many years, Dylan Ernst was the goalie in this rink, and he played pretty well in this rink too, but as Dylan Ernst graduates on, Logan Edmonstone gets a start. Remember, the Blazers, a big win in this building last March, a 3-2 victory. And their first trip back into Seattle since, but that was a big win back in March to keep their playoff hopes alive. That was Dylan Ernst in goal, and he takes a lot of these games. Blazers back on side. Boehm intercepts a puck. Boehm to the goal. Draws a penalty. Took a slash. And the Blazers will go on the power play as Boehm was cutting toward the net. So Blazers down 5-2, but they want to come back. They'll need one here, you'd think. Off the draw, Blazers win that puck back. Ryan Michael, midpoint, dishes back here, Lafreniere. Lafreniere top circle, works it, holds it, gets it back to Michael again. Michael dishes off, one-timer, blasted wide, and that was partially deflected. Back to the line, Michael dishes back to Hurlbert. Hurlbert already a goal, nice pass. Lafreniere shooting, where is it? Inside of the goal, cleared behind the net now. Riley trying to move it. Stopped initially by Hurlbert. The Blazers keep it alive. Good play. Lafreniere, top circle, down low, deflection, scores! Lafreniere finds Keller on the doorstep, and the Blazers back in business. Down 5-3, power play goal. Keller, he knows where to find that spot in front. And he don't lead the league in power play goals without finding some space. And Lafreniere made a nice little pass that was redirected on the doorstep. Keller has his second power play goal of the hockey game. Lafreniere will get one assist, and the Blazers not going away just yet. Still plenty of time. 16-14 remaining in this third period. And the Blazers use the power play. They're back within 2. That goal they gave up, though, just at the 150 mark, that was a bit of a killer. Makes that deficit 3. Now it's back to 2. Shots are all even now, 25 apiece on the MJB Lawyers shot clock. Get the call on that goal, but it will be Keller. Lafreniere with the assistant. Perhaps Hurlbert or Michael. We'll wait and see on the final helper. Puck chip back into the Seattle zone. Blazers back after to the line, and Garris couldn't keep it alive, and Garris will chase it. Rolling puck on edge all the way back inside his own zone. And Edmonstone just kind of gave it away to the near boards. Couldn't communicate with his D-man coming back. Puck in behind the net.
Second goal of the season scored by number 22, Jordan Keller. Assisted by number 16, Tommy Lafreniere. And by number 12, Ryan Michael. A power play goal scored at 3:46.
Puck chip back in the Seattle zone. Cooper Moore and Owen Cooper after it. Owen Cooper would know this rink well, member of the Everett Silvertips last year, and they would be playing here quite a bit. Puck up the left wing, chipped in by Domanski. After it behind the net. T-Bird's able to make the play on it. Loveson, Pekash. They got some of their top players out on the ice right now. Blazers with most of their fourth line, but holding their own. Yeah, the entire fourth line on the ice right now. Domanski, Jinra, and Logan Lanty, whose neck guard's kind of flapping away in the breeze. Blazers' Timchak goes back to pick up with Coster Dunn. Puck comes right out in front. Back door, and they tried one too many passes in front of the Blazer goal. And it was Fandot in front. Puck kicked back out to center. A bit of a mismatch here experience-wise. Blazers trying to hang on this shift a bit. Puck to center. Knocked down. Played back in by Timchak. Good game for Matt and Timchak here tonight. Playing well. Davidson passes up that right wing side. To center. Loveson is greeted by the check of Michael. Chip back towards Edmonstone. He will elect to hold on to this one and get the whistle. 5:28 gone by in the third period. So shift, and they did do that. Face off to the left of Edmonstone. Fans being encouraged to get loud, and they got the kids screaming here to our broadcast right. Face off to the left of Edmonstone, and the puck held in at the line. One-timer attempt, never got through. It was Martirana who let it go. He's had a good game. Here's one of the Seattle players that has to perform. Puck to center. Blazers trying to get that pass to Lafreniere. Couldn't do it. Blazers, 2 of their 3 goals have been on the power play. Edmonstone kicks the puck in the corner to Markell. Blazers, I'm not sure I've seen the defense with this much inexperience here in a while with this team, but some good learning moments and growth here for this group. Blazers gain the zone. Lafreniere, drop pass. Hurlbert in, deflection in front. Oh! Somehow Markelle missed that setup in front. He was right at the doorstep for that one. Long shot coming by Bunkowski, and that was blockered away by Slanichka. Oh, Markelle nearly had his first in the league. Puck dumped into the corner. Blazers after it. Lost it. Garris lost it in front, but got it back as it comes to the near corner. He'll chip it off the window. Back out to the line. It'll bounce out to center. Bame picks it up with Keller. Blazers down by 2. Here comes Hurlbert in this group again. Keller behind the net looking for it. Oh, Markelle could have pulled it within 1. Seattle up ice the other way. Right wing step for Kuzma. Kuzma cutting in, shooting. Fought off by goaltender Edmonstone, and that goes out of play. Yeah, we'll take a radio break here. How that goes here in a few hours. Blazers in their own zone here. Garris being leaned on. Made the play, and here come the Blazers up ice again. It's Owen Cooper. Owen Cooper on that right wing, try to step around a man. Puts on the brakes, stops. Cooper sends it to the crease. Nobody home back door. Comes to Garris. He'll feed off this puck here to Nathan Bame. Bame ties up here with Englund. Also in the mix is Keller, and they got it. Owen Cooper back to the line. Controlled by Gurham. Gurham rising shot over top of the net. Picked up first by Nathan Bame. Got it back. Now to Garris. Garris cuts in from the corner. Centers it in front off ankles. It's loose. And a good shift here. Owen Cooper tied up. Tash bumped by Keller. Jordan Keller, 2 goals tonight on the power play. He'll free up a puck back to the blue line. Blazers control here. Midpoint. That shot coming. Deflected wide. Bounced up the near boards. Picked up by Martirana. Martirana up the left wing. Gets it to center. He'll force it ahead. Still onto it. It'll bounce wide of the net, and goaltender Edmonstone just sticks it away to the corner. Jacob Domanski, the 16-year-old. Second-round pick. Try to pick up that puck at center. There's an errant stick on the ice just inside Blazer territory. Looks like a Blazer twig, but here's Issa Gurham. Gurham will pick up the puck. Backhand that one to the wall, but Domanski couldn't find it. Sent back out to center. And it's dumped up high in the air by Gurham back in the Seattle corner. Creeran and Cooper Moore in after this puck in behind the Seattle goal. The far boards now. Blazers keep it in at the line. Whoop! Temchak stumbled, and look out, jailbreak the other way. It's a 3-on-1 Thunderbirds. Kuzma in, stopped by the goaltender. What a stop there. That was on Larocque. Blazers the other way are getting a change in. They got away with one there. 3-on-1. Shooting all the way was Larocque, and it stopped. Here's Lafreniere. Lafreniere curls on the wall. Stick handling here, trying to find a bit of a lane. Still out of it. Sends it just wide. Had a screen in front of the net of Cooper Moore. Moore gets it back. Side of the goal. Back in front. Trying to find it was Michael. Blazers taking some risks. Now here comes Miller the other way. Miller will dump it in. Edmonstone steers it up. Keeps it in play to the near board side. Blazers knocking on the door. Trying to make this a 1-goal game. Hurlbert right back out here. Bunkowski got steamrolled in front of the T-Birds bench. Blazers control the puck. Bunkowski right back in the play though. Lafreniere held up. Try to get that puck to Hurlbert. Poke free. Coster done up the ice with Loveson. Done. He'll kick that puck in behind the Blazer net here with Bunkowski, who gives him a bump. Comes up the near boards. Shot by Kowalik, and it's glove long range by Edmonstone. Off the draw shot off the outside of the net. As letting that one go was Holberton. Puck chipped up the window. Back into the Seattle territory. Back to collect here is Tash. Grayson Tash, 16-year-old. Blazers force a turnover. Can they keep the puck in? They can. Backhanded back in behind the net. Keller after it here with Kowalik. And it's brought up the ice back out to center. Freed up. Chance here for Kuzma trying to cut in, but he was cut off on the play. Garris defending. Here to the end boards. Gurham trying to find it too. And what do we got? We got a penalty here coming, I believe, to the Thunderbirds. A high stick tonight. Blazers win the draw to Michael. Michael holds at midpoint. He'll dish off. Nathan Bame. Bame now Keller. Keller. Bame shooting and stopped by the goaltender. He'll hold it. Slanichka. He'll hold on to it. Other one. Nathan Bame to the line. Michael drops it back to Bame. A little bit of room here for him to work in. Shooting. Ripped it wide using the flex of that stick. Hurlbert got it back on the wall. Spins away. Lost his footing though, but got the puck back. What a play. Got it to Lafreniere, top right circle. Midpoint now, Michael. Michael Hurlbert! Tipped on goal. Glove saved. Slanichka found that one on the one-timer from Hurlbert, who has a goal at every game so far this season. Early, who jumped? Whoa, they're going to say Keller. The Blazers jumped. Hurlbert might have to take this face-off for Keller. Take it against Brock England. Puck tied up in skates. Can the Blazers get to it? It's in behind the net. Battle for it. Martirana, chance to move it. He gets it on the forehand and gets it down the ice. Blazers got to lean on their guys here right now. Top players here again. Out of their own zone. Taking up the ice slowly. Michael sends it backwards. Head of steam. Hurlburt gaining the zone now with Keller. Feeds a pass over Lafreniere. Cutting, shooting, stop. Rebound was there, but Keller couldn't put it home. Now shorthanded. Martirana off the ice. One-on-one with Michael. Martirana backdoor. Couldn't find his man. Blazers Hurlburt leaves it for Nathan Bame. Bame will set it backwards, and the Blazers will break out again. Hurlburt head of steam to the middle of the ice. Nearly scored again with Keller, but turned the puck over this time. Brock England, 16-year-old, will try a shot attempt. It's blocked. This group's been out on the ice the entire power play. They'll take it up the ice one more time. Keller gains, drops. Puck or the stick was knocked out of the defender's hands, but Sawyer Mays was still able to get the puck outside the zone. Now getting the zone is Nathan Bame on the far board side. Dropped off a puck. Pekash was waiting for it, and then he threw it up. And where is it? That in the stands? Is that going to be a delay of game call? I think so. Let's see. That puck went up and out of play. Pekash threw it. They're going to converge as an officiating crew here to say, is that delay of game? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Blazers might be wise to use their timeout right now. They're going to go 5-on-3 for 24 seconds. Out here in the first unit, Lafreniere will take the draw. He's flanked by Bame and Keller, Hurlburt, and Michael at the point here. Big face-off, and the Blazers win it clean. Back to Michael, but it got by him on the wall. It was one so hard back, and Michael has to regroup to find it. The Blazers quickly back on the attack here. Hurlburt gains the zone. 5-on-3. Blazers got to hurry. Keller back to the midpoint. Ryan Michael waits on it. No shot. Now Lafreniere trying to find a seam. Now Michael. Now dished off. It's Hurlburt. Hurlburt in the middle of the ice. Holding. Shooting. Ripped it wide. Picked up by Lafreniere. Now it's 5-on-4. Lafreniere into the middle. Down low pass. In front. Just fanned on by Bame. What a setup. Pass back to the line. Michael just there to hold it in. Feeds it back to Bame. Heavy pressure. Blazers. Backdoor. Scores! Keller has the hat trick. What a feed. And he found it. The Blazers are within one with 7:51 to go. What a feed back door to Keller. It's a power play goal. He has all three in the power play tonight. And the Blazers have fought back within one with 7:51 to go here, third period. Wow. One of the last games going across the WHL tonight. We got a good one. What a feedback door. Keller didn't get all of it, but got enough of it on the one-timer. And last year's power play goal leader in the WHL with 19 has his hat-trick goal here tonight. And there's still plenty of time on the clock. And another radio timeout upcoming. What a pass to find Keller back door. Blazers within one, 5-4. Power play's been cooking with gas here in the third period. Not a 5-on-3 goal. Now Blazers turn it over and they score. Oh, Blazers needed a save there. Puck came right out in front and ripped over the shoulder. And it's going to be Brandon Rudolph who kills a little bit of a rally here. His second of the night. Seattle's got 6 now on 32. Boy, Blazers had all sorts of momentum. And now have to fight back again from being down 2. I think that surprised Edmonstone based on just where it was turned over in the middle of the ice. Is right there. And at the high slot, Rudolph let it go. Not sure if it went off the Blazer defender in front either. Edmonstone might have reacted like it changed directions on him. And that's the last thing the Blazers needed to happen after getting back within 1. Comes just 18 seconds later.
Number 22, Jordan Keller, assisted by number 29, Nathan Bame, and by number 12, Ryan Michael. A power play goal scored at 12:09. Kamloops, Keller.
Puck now covered up by Edmonstone on a long-range shot. Blazers fought hard to stay with it in this game. Some adversity for sure, but boy, just timely goals by the Thunderbirds. That'll be an unassisted marker, I think, for Rudolph.
Second goal of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 17, Brandon Rudolph. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 12-8.
So the last Seattle goals in this third period have been unassisted goals. So there's been some turnovers here that have cost them this evening for sure. The power play has allowed them back in this game, but now back down by 2. Long shot towards Edmonstone. He'll glove and make that save and slow it down a little bit longer. Stay tuned for that. Ty Riley backhands a pass ahead. It's been a different bunch of chapters in this game here tonight. There's been a ton. Long shot into Edmonstone. He'll glove and throw the puck in the corner to try to keep it going. Puck chipped off the window, and the Blazers get it ahead. On the right wing, Hurlburt trying to work his way and got it to Lafreniere. Lafreniere spins. Oh, he finds the trailer here. Bunkowski, though, he couldn't find it, and Pekash will knock it to center. Blazers intercept. Looking for it, though. Picked up by Loveson. He'll play it back into the Blazer zone. Puck behind the net. One-handed ahead. Hurlburt picks it back up. He'll skate with Nathan Bame. Bame got knocked off the puck at the blue line. Brock England here for the Thunderbirds. England will gain. England tried a sharp angle shot, knocked away. Blazers get back to it. They're going to dump it back to center. They give it right back. So, see how the coaching staff grades this one. But for now, Blazers still think they can come back and have a little fun in overtime, but they need 2 in the next 6:10. Third period, Blazers keep the puck alive at the line here. Shot coming toward the net, just wide on the shot by Garris. Now back behind the goal again, Nathan Bame. Bame's after it. Bame back door, trying to find a pass, but it's knocked away, and Martirana will skate with Sawyer Mays up the ice. Martirana on the right wing. Got a puck into the corner. Knocked free. Martirana back to it. Martirana's had a good night offensively. Brendan Rudolph as well. Puck to the front of the net, played away. Puck back in the near boards. Owen Cooper trying to get there, the 17-year-old. Blazers pick it up. And it's sent out to center. Whoop, that's just another bad turnover there. Miller couldn't pull the trigger on a shot away. Blazers get away with one. Puck to center, back in the Blazer territory. Larocque trying to find it for Seattle. He'll send a puck toward the net, kicked away, got that shot through. It's loose and fought forward by Cooper Moore. Still trying to move it. Comes back to center. And Seattle is on it. It's dumped in deep behind the net. Picked up behind the goal. Gurham forces it forward. 5 minutes to go here. Blazers up through center. Left wing pass. Trying to pick up there. Demansky hooked up. Penalty coming out of the radio timeout. The Blazers will be on the power play. Demansky draws the Seattle penalty. It's going to be a hooking call, and the Blazers get another life to get back into this one. Midpoint, and the Blazers get back within 1. Here's Lafreniere working and shooting. Fought off. Now to Hurlburt on the half wall, farboard side. He'll get it back to the blue line. Ryan Michael racking up assists on the man advantage. Lafreniere. Now Michael. Now Hurlburt. Couldn't pull for a shot. Now Michael. One-timer. Stop. Big rebound. Where is it? It comes back to the goaltender. Slanichka. He'll hold on. And then another late shot afterwards here is here. Keller's had a good night. Lost that draw, though, and it's going to be dumped down the ice. All the way down it goes wide of the Blazer net. Bounced on the side of the goal. It's picked up and brought ahead. Ryan Michael getting prime time minutes. Drops it backwards. Blazers pick it up. They'll skate. Lafreniere dropping. Hurlburt, right side Bame, and Blazers didn't like it, but it's an offside call. Right away, Lafreniere going to the linesman and say, no, that was not straight. Off the draw. Final 5 minutes. General Grant's Blazers here need 2 in the final 5. Down 6-4, but on the power play for another minute 12. Winding things up, Ryan Michael is going to skate inside himself here, try to go coast to coast, and then got pushed off the puck because he tried to dump it down, and that's going to be an easy dump for Tash. No, it hit the linesman. Now it's advanced ahead by England. To England. He'll work in. Shoot! Shot it wide. Maybe a blocker on that save by Edmonstone. Lafreniere, top players are really being taxed here. Lafreniere gains the zone, drops it off. Hurlburt looking for a little bit of room, lost the puck, try to get it back at the line, held in by Gurham. Isagura made the play, got it down low, in front, Beam, backdoor Keller, trying to get him 4, but just shot it wide. Boy, Beam was in a great shooting position and try to get Keller his 4th. Keller's back onto it here, midpoint, now dished off. Half wall, back blue line. Isagura, back Lafreniere. Lafreniere, backdoor tip. What a stop. Right in front again. Here's a chance. Another redirection just wide. Nathan Bame back to it. Bame in front. Slam just wide by Keller. Bame got back onto it. Try to go back to Keller again. Goes blue line to Gurham. Gurham makes the play on it. 9 to go on the power play. Lafreniere. Now Gurham. Gurham dishes. No one-timer. Now a shot. Hit Keller on the backside. Seattle's going to clear, and England will dump it down the ice. Boy, Blazers heavy pressure. Good looks on the man advantage, but now 3 for 9 on the power play. Blazers up through center. Bunkowski. Last push will be to get the goalie out, but those top players have been out there a ton. Back-to-back man advantages. Puck on the wall. Thompson frees it up. Puck tied up on the near wall. The referee took a tumble, and that'll get the fans going. Shot attempt there by Markel missed. There's his shot. Stopped by Slanichka. Blazers really good momentum going right now. Markel steps up into the near corner. Thompson trying to keep it alive. Bouncing around Ty Riley. Just comes out to center. Seattle retreats back up the other way. Comes back to the Blazer blue line. Set ahead. Can Thompson get there? Can't. It'll be kicked back in the Blazer zone. Garris spins it back to center. Center rink wide. Looking for that puck. Cooper Moore. And Bonkowski. They couldn't get organized. Seattle's Loveson goes the other way. Simon Loveson. That shot's going to hit a stick and go way up out of play. Stopping the clock with 1:59 to go. Off to the left of Edmonstone. Blazers try to get her to head. Jinra. Lanty, fourth line, gets a shift out right now with some of those top players coming off the power play. We're inside 2 minutes. Blazers, will they get the goalie out with his crew on the ice? That's the question. They're going to rush up the ice here. Domanski is going to gain the zone, flip that puck in. He was the one that helped put the Blazers back on the power play by drawing that man advantage. Hurlburt right back out. Blazers on this puck. There goes the goalie. It's out, so the Blazers will go 6-on-5 for the final 90 seconds of this game. Hurlburt lost the puck. He's played a lot of hockey tonight. It's ahead to center. Nice stick there by Babe to keep it alive. Hurlburt to the middle of the ice. In traffic. Tries to keep it alive. Dishes it back here to Nathan Babe. 6-on-5 Blazers get organized. Lafreniere tries to handle a hot pass. He's back to it to the near board side. Backhand pass Michael. Now Babe. One-timer. Deflected just wide. Puck on the wall and backhanded down the ice. No icing as Michael picks it up to center. Final minute of play in the third. Blazers pick it right back up. Here's the middle. Here's Bonkowski in. Couldn't get the shot away. Back rebound. Diving save. Slanichka. Diving stop. And Coster Dunn will clear. Boy, Blazers getting tons of good looks. Bonkowski has to go all the way back. He's tripped up. No call. Side of the goal. Goaltender out here. 6-on-5. Behind the net. And eventually it goes in. Dunn and Hurlburt wrestling now. And Dunn jumps on top of Hurlburt. And then another Blazer got spilled on the wall. Hurlburt gets jumped after the empty net goal here by Seattle. Another Blazer got spilled in the corner. And Seattle's going to get the empty netter to go up 7-4. Well, Blazers had some good looks late trying to get within one. They've been chasing the game most of the night here. But just no goal. Now we're back underway, but this is pretty much garbage time yet. Blazers, Edmonstone behind his own net. Plays that puck ahead. Brought up the ice on the left wing to center. Knocked down at center. Rudolph will play it back in deep. He's had a good game for Seattle. Puck behind the Blazer goal here. 20 seconds to go. Both these teams headed across the border. Play their games tomorrow night. Blazers Jinrod make that Domanski trying to work in. Stick check by Lanty. It's rocketed into the Seattle bench. Look out with 8 seconds to go. Then we'll get into our Southgate Automotive and Radiator postgame show. Blazers will be taking on a Portland team that lost tonight in Penticton 3-2 in regulation. The Everett Silvertips hang one on Everett 7-1 final score. The Blazers were always just kind of hanging around in this game, but some inopportune goals going against the flow of momentum in this contest. Hurt them for sure. Off the draw. Blazers keep it alive here, down to 3 seconds to go. Last little shot attempt deflected on, goal stopped. And I think we're going to end without incident. We'll wait and see. Slanichka's pretty happy with everything. Blazers lit him up for 6 last Saturday night. He's going to go to his bench. Blazers get off the ice. They hung in there tonight, but dug the 2-0 deficit. Always seemed like they were chasing the game tonight. 3 goals in the power play from Jordan Keller tonight with the power play clicks. They'll try again tomorrow night. Back on home ice, 6 o'clock face-off.